you're saying.
I believe mommy's here? No? No.
It all comes
Continue
down
with the debate, please.
to our own beliefs. Life is about having our own beliefs. You're saying that life.
Omar, no, John, you're on another subject again.
I'm not on another
You're
subject.
fucking contradicting your fucking shit.
You're saying that you're God because you can say freely that life is life.
Can God himself say life is life? How the hell would God come in?
You
come
can't
in life?
prove it.
If he can't prove his own life, then he was never alive.
But somebody
Therefore, he cannot say shit about life.
You can't prove it though. You can't prove.
That's what I've been saying, that you can't prove anything, but you're over here trying to prove your statement.
Because we can't absolutely say that life is life. Of course, there are examples, but it contradicts
that isn't proof. An example is not proof.
Comes death. Death is not part of life. Death is its own thing because it's not life.
Life is no longer life.
Death,
I choose to.
I like how this
I never
conversation
died,
started with suicide.
Non-existent.
Non-existent.
Is that what you're saying?
There's three.
Are you saying that I can?
Things.
Are you saying
non-existent? That means it's nothing. There's nothing. We can't put nothing in a category because it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Without existence,
life
it's
is
not
existence. Life is life.
Life
How
is
much
existence.
more
There's existence because of life.
John is just getting on other subjects. You can't break down the theory of life.
You can't.
You can't break it down the way you're.
There is no theory of life.
You're saying there's a theory. You're telling us your theory right now.
I'm going with what Omar's saying. We are saying we started the first argument
based no time. I'm saying life is absolute.
Yeah, you said
you're saying life is not absolute. How are you going with my theory?
Because
in what way are you going with my theory?
Exactly. Thank you. Conflict.
I'm saying everything based off of his theory. Mine.
But if it's based on my theory.
But Omar's theory is life is absolute. Your life.
Your theory is against mine.
You said
but in your theory there is faith, and in his theory there is no faith.
I said you said a grand total of shit about life is.
Staying here on this earth where you are living, saying that life is not absolute.
What if living isn't living? What if living is an own thought?
Now you're getting into more subjects.
I choose to no longer live. I choose to die.
Then you die. This is death.
But if I choose to no longer live, I can no longer have the right to die. Therefore, I no longer exist. Please, let me disappear and disappear from your absolute memories. I was never existed. My influence has never affected you or your mind or this world or whatever happened.
Or anyone.
Why? Because it never happened. If it never happened,
then why am I not yet God?
Because
why?
Because
explain it, John. Where's your proof? Where's the facts behind what you're trying to say?
Part of life. Death itself is different because you're alive, but you're no longer alive. You existed, but you're not existing. You were once an existence. You don't exist then.
Then let me put this in math. Life equals death.
Life does not equal death.
Life.
My statement before.
No matter if you have death,
then you have life.
Yes.
If you
can't have life without death.
If you have death, though,
how
is death going to cause life?
Because
it's not equal to life. Death cannot.
If you believe in the particle theory,
let's take
the
then
decay.
That's reincarnation.
Let's take this back to whatever the.
You're getting into too many subjects. You started from suicide, now we're at the concept of life, and now we're at the concept of death, and the way, you're just a dick!
You can't argue against my
I can argue against it, I was with you before, but I'm a neutral party, I will listen to both sides and contemplate on
Then why
everything.
are you arguing with me?
Because I can argue with him too, don't get smart with me, look, our ride's here! No, it's not, never mind!
No, I'm gonna go with the variable emotion.
Okay.
Can you be happy without sadness? If you never know sadness, then you never know happiness. If you never know happiness, you never know sadness. Do you get what I'm saying?
You need one to have the
why
other.
Are you arguing with me?
What does this have to do with life? What is happiness and sadness have to do with life?
I am trying to compare.
He's trying to make a comparison. It's an example.
Compare happiness and sadness with life. You can be sad.
Life and death. Yes, you can.
One cannot exist with another. Okay, let's just make this a
what
vague.
if what
let's
if
not even talk about life.
What
let's
if
talk about
happiness is
something?
anger? What if excitement is sadness? You can't absolutely say that happiness is sadness.
But he's saying big picture, not getting really. You're getting too into detail.
Exactly.
But
and
why?
That's the basis of an argument.
We need to do small talk and then.
You can't argue with small talk.
But you need to start small. You're getting too far into it, and that makes the argument more off.
Because of specific, not exactly specific details.
But you trail off when you get into your specifics. If you had one
If we argued without details, it's not an argument. It's just you saying something with no meaning. It's an empty thought.
No, okay. The thing is, when you get into detail, you trail off and then yes.
What is this neutralness that you see?
I had neutral.
Stop. Okay, you see this hand? You know what this is? This is something. This something cannot exist without this something.
Just like so if you don't have this something, without your ass. Goosh.
If we do not have this something, we cannot have this something. If we don't have
You
this
need
something,
one
we
to
don't
have the
this
other.
something.
Life,
Okay.
death completes life. Think about it. Life completes death. Life
Okay,
is
look,
ended by death
can't-
and
it-
started by death.
If we bring math into this, then we're basically saying let's start something based off of science. Science, in a way, is another faith.
Oh my God, John.
If you want to get down
Science,
to it,
is the idea to understand. We
Is the idea to
understand
understand.
that we cannot understand not something that is ununderstandable.
But
But
the-
we will still make progress into trying to understand something. Look, what the fuck are we doing right now? Why did we
See,
stay off the science?
if you want,
Let's get back to suicide.
you-
Told you, John, your
Understand it.
specifics fuck up an argument. We get to 5
been
more.
done.
We were talking about
You cannot-
suicide and indirectly wanting to kill you. Now we're here.
how are you supposed
Death.
to get into suicide without saying specifics and then somebody
But
else
how is this gonna
arguing
win your
about those
argument about the
specifics?
suicide?
If Omar wants
You're
to
in an
argue
argument
about my
life and death and not the suicide anymore. You're in a whole
That's
other
not the
road.
Okay, this is the point, but I'm going to stray off the point because I'm
Okay.
arguing with your
Okay,
specifics.
okay.
I'm going to argue with your specifics, and of course, it's going to branch onto something else. With the argument
Okay.
of your shit,
obviously never
I'm going to have.
debated. This is the first time.
No. But look at this. Look at this.
I'm looking.
With the want to understand something, you have to understand it. To understand something, you have to believe in it. Therefore, it's a belief.
Mm-hmm.
You believe you understand it, but do you absolutely know? You have the thought that you absolutely know. It's in your head, but do you know that it's absolutely absolute?
Okay, dude. The second they're able to call us something life other than life, I will come to your front door and bow down, kiss your ass. I will freaking lick
Bare
it.
ass.
The second they decide somehow to make life unabsolute, I will go to your house.
But who
pull
is
down
they
your
and
pants
why do they have a right to
kiss
choose
your
such
ass?
words?
I will lick it. I will clean your rectum.
How do we know they're right? What if you're just
I
cleaning
will
it to
admit,
clean it? How do you
Rob
know
will
what to
cry and say I
believe?
am wrong. The second you prove to me that fucking life is not life, that is something deeper beyond life.
The second you prove to me that it's absolute, that the idea is absolute, then you have to have the absolute idea without the idea. It has to be absolute. Somebody has to come up and know everything in the world to say that something is absolute. They have to know absolutely everything.
But no one
A
does.
fact-
There is no such person, no such thing.
And I'm pretty sure that's impossible because
There's no
if
way.
you know everything
it's
in the world, you
impossible,
don't
then
know
nobody's
if there's
right.
nothing you don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Basically a contradiction.
It's a paradox
you
of
know.
not knowing and
Fully,
knowing.
You can't not prove it fully. If you can't not
There's no
prove
way
it,
this can
but
be
you
proven.
Can prove it, it's absolute.
Nothing can
you
be
can't absolutely prove it. I can't absolutely not prove it. In fact, there's no way to not prove that I'm right. There's no absolute way to prove
We're
that
gonna
I
have to
am
stop
right.
here. So, you suck, and I suck,
But
and
you're
we're
the
done.
woman.